And I've been working on this slide right here so you can look at it and it helps you understand how I go to market, right? It's not just the marketing, that's another part of it, but it's always location and property condition and local market. I've been telling you this for the last couple of years. Location, right? And when I do comps, when I do comparables, I usually do a 1 mile radius and a 10% variance of square footage and the bed count. If it's a smaller range house, I'd probably go 3 and 4. And if it's a larger range house, I'd go 4 and 5. Or I would just open it up and see what's out there just so we can have an idea of what's available, right? And condition of the house. And I categorize it in 3 different categories. That's very general, but it helps me explain and pinpoint a value to discuss how to price your house. Right. So you have a fixer house, which is completely old. It's not maintained. There's things that needs to be repaired. There's cracks in the walls. There's cracks in the ceilings. It hasn't been painted. The carpet's old and torn. It just needs to be completely revamped. That's a fixer, right? And there's nothing wrong with fixers. People want to buy fixers, but just don't expect to get a premium price for that. And then there's the as is, where you, over the time that you've lived in your house, like my house, I've lived in my house. It's not completely turnkey. There's some certain things that I need to get done if I were to sell my house. I went on a listing appointment yesterday, and that's where we pointed out that house really sits. It's really about houses that are well maintained and upgraded over time and not upgraded to sell completely turnkey like a brand new house with all the new latest fashion and gadgets and colors and schemes, right? So you're going to get a middle tier offer when you list it a little bit lower at that point. And sometimes you're surprised. And then turnkey is when you put in a ton of money, just like did on this house over here. But they missed the mark, right? They missed the mark because they updated the floors and the paint and the kitchen and the bathrooms, and it looks really pretty inside. A couple things that you have to know: gray is not necessarily the color that people are looking for today. That was from a couple years ago, and now people are looking more towards grayish and coming back to beige, a more natural color. So when you look at flooring, people want to see natural wood, which is brown, not gray. It could be washed like in the bathroom, but you still see a lot of gray. And you're going to see gray for quite a while. It's just that's not the trend of what people are wanting today, if that makes sense. And quite frankly, that should have been listed at 0.3 to attract buyers, and then you bid it up. So when you're looking at property condition, adds into what the value is, the perceived value for the group of buyers that are looking in that specific house based on the location and the complete market. That's why we talk about rates. That's why we talk about houses that are selling. That's why we talk about how many houses are selling and talk about inventory, et cetera. So we always look at past comparables. We look at the market trends, and we also want to create a market